Hi, this podcast video is intended to discuss the oath of office in the state of California. In the Government Code, Title 1, Division 4, Chapter 2, Article 4 specifies the oath of office, specifically in Government Code sections 1360 to 1369. Now, Article 4 was enacted back in 1943. Section 1360 of the Government Code provides that following either an election or an appointment, before any officer of the state can enter into the duties of his or her office, that officer has to take and subscribe an oath or affirmation. And that oath of office is set forth in Section 3 of Article 20 of the California Constitution. So, what does Article 20, Section 3 provide? It says that members of the legislature and all public officers and employees, executive, legislative, and judicial, except such inferior officers and employees as may be by law exempted, shall, before they enter upon the duties of their respective offices, take and subscribe the following oath or affirmation. And that oath is actually set forth in Section 3 of Article 20 of the California Constitution. It goes on to say, no other oath, declaration, or test shall be required as a qualification for any public office or employment. And it defines public officer and employee to include every officer and employee of the state, including the University of California, every county, city and county, district, any other authority, including departments and divisions, bureaus, boards, commissions, or any other instrumentality of the state or local governments. Government Code Section 1362 specifies that the oath of office may be taken before any officer authorized to administer the oath of office. Section 1363 requires every oath of office to be certified by the officer before whom it was taken, and then that officer must file it with specified entities. For example, the oath of all officers elected or appointed in any county must be filed in the office of the county clerk in their respective county, as you would expect. Section 1364 of the Government Code provides that it's unlawful to remove a person from an office or position of public trust because that person has not complied with any law or charter or regulation prescribing any additional test or qualification for their office. Then Section 1365 of the Government Code notes that it's unlawful for any person having the power of removal from office of any officer to remove or threaten to remove the officer from his or her office because that public official, that officer, refused to require any additional test or qualification other than the specified oath of office, in the Government Code and in the Constitution. There's also Section 1367 that prohibits any compensation or reimbursement for expenses incurred from being paid to any officer by any public agency unless he or she has taken and subscribed to the oath or affirmation. Section 1368 of the Government Code makes every person, while taking or subscribing their oath of office, to state as true any material matter which he or she knows to be false. If they fail to do so, they're guilty of perjury. And then finally, in this area of the Government Code is Section 1369 that specifies every person having taken and subscribed to the oath or affirmation of office who, while they hold the office, advocates or becomes a member of any party or organization, political or otherwise, that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States by force or violence, is guilty of a felony. So those are the constitutional and Government Code statutory provisions related to the oath of office that must be taken by public officers and employees in the state of California.